It's kill people. Oh, what's up, people? It really has been an ungongongo. It has really have been ungongongo situation since last week. And just in case you don't know, because I know you all are not living under the rock, but just in case you want to claim you are, I know you all messy, but I'll fill you in on what has been happening. It has really been a goes, a relationship of the genital meet and greet fraud, horrible friendship, and a possible break of a romance that started on a PR stunt. And then there's some saga, some beef within celebrities that have been keeping us entertained, for lack of a better word. Well, I mean, are you not entertained? At the end of the day, those people are giving us good content. So welcome, guys. I am Amaka, and tonight we'll expose the scandal that's shaking Lagos to its very core. Burna Boy, our iconic own Afrobeat legend, is at the center of the storm of broken promises and public betrayals. A leaked voice note revealed he allegedly promised a Lamborghini truck to a socialite, Sophia, a stunning Lagos influencer, in exchange for a night of passion. Genital meet and greet, a quack conversation. Now, in case you're asking me, Amaka, what are all these things? Who is Sophia? Who is this socialite? And what is this genital meet and greet conversation? Well, you all know Burna Boy, our icon. He promised Sophie a beautiful body, whom he promised a Lamborghini truck. But here's the gist. He didn't deliver on the Lamborghini truck, but definitely delivered on a Lambo truck.
And all by Lambo. Yeah, is that why I shall?
So like I said before, this is a story of Odogu turned Odiegu, persistency, sex fraud, and horrible friends in the history of friendship. Now, how did we get here, you might ask? Well, just like you, I was minding my business, even though I know you weren't minding your business. And we saw a leaked audio of Sophie's friend. Now, in this audio, there was this heart-to-heart interaction of how disappointed was at her friend. And rightfully so, because why will I have a private conversation with you and all of a sudden the conversation is being leaked? Although there's rumor that it might be planned, but I don't think so, right?
That's not just a promise broken now. That's a friend stepping in the bed. This time when I first get it, I just sent it to you. Okay, I'm glad we're talking about it tonight. I sent it to you because it has nothing happened. I want to be like that, this conversation. I will tell you one thing. The men are actually proud of it, especially the boys who are in the WhatsApp the players that not included. But it's sad though, I understand, because imagine when I'm with my jeans and we have a secret to announce ourselves, and I have this trusted friend, my trusted friend who turns my private pain into public spectacle. It's not an import, it's violation. I also feel pain.
You're right. Something like that, such intimate and vulnerable time. Of course, who wouldn't feel betrayed? And that's just the thing. Because when this story first leaked out, I first saw that boy and his Lamborghini promise, and at first I was like, this Odogu self, this guy be claiming Odogu, meanwhile he's Odiegu, right? Now, how it happened, Odogu saw this girl on IG, probably shaking her ass, and then his eye choked. She's a beautiful girl, right? And then he decided, okay, what should I do? Man wanted to release, and he decided slide into the girl's DM, wanted to get her contact, and the girl was like, no. So yeah, she's a pretty girl, right? It makes sense why Burna Boy lost his control, decided he has a type. And he decided, you know what, Odogu must conquer today. And he decided to meet his friend Manny to like get him the contact of this girl, because she was like, he's not my type. And I know it's shocking for some people, this guy is their dream guy. And he was like, yeah. But the truth is that she wanted him as one of his side piece. And by she wanted him by one of his side piece, it means he was an afterthought, by the way. Okay. And that's on condition that he delivers a Lamborghini truck. Keep that in mind, the Lamborghini truck. So Oga was persistent. He tried his best, and because she wasn't giving him time like that, he would decide to do, you know, that thing they do now. I'm a big guy, you know. He decided he blocked, but you know, man must release, right? He waited, and came back again because his brain rebooted. Like, how about this girl? I'm looking at her body is budding, her face is facing. Like, I really want to. So he came back again. She was still keeping him on a long term. Which I'm sure at the back of his mind, when Oga thought about this, he was like, no, I have to tie all my resources here. So he went through his manager, Manny, one of his guy now, Manny, and this Manny was dating this content creator, Carmen Black. She's actually good. She's been around for quite a while. And here comes Amma, the queen of all bad friends association. Okay, this is she said that Amma was the one that stole money from Caramel. That is the Sophie friend now. As Amma is friends with Sophie, and Manny was telling Amma that Burna Boy wanted to meet Sophie. Are you following? Okay. So Amma kept pestering Sophie over Burna Boy. Like, why aren't you accepting? Don't you know he's an Odogu Burna Boy? You know, Odogu wants to meet you. Stop sleeping on a bicycle when you can sleep on a Lambo. And maybe Sophie seeing Amma is her friend now. And after much pressure on both sides, she probably thought, okay, let me think about it. Why Burna Boy, on the other hand, is gingering because him and Aquara. Aquara never conscience. So once Odogu has risen, it has to penetrate, right? You know how it is now. So when Burna Boy finally saw his Lambo was not working, he decided to take another route. He met this stripper, Omo. Burna Boy is really diligent. He met a stripper to help him move his ministry to a permanent site. Finally, it kind of worked because the stripper applied pressure, right? So after much application of pressure, she finally decided to meet him. So when they met at first, meeting Oga, she decided that Oga decided today I must shine your Congo. Eh? What? How can you carry such weapons? And you don't want me to talk lights. I have to. And you know the thing is, a lot of times men will be so testy, and so shameless in their approach. And for some reason, they expect you to open your leg because you're what. And don't get me wrong, I know there are some women who will see Burna Boy as a catch. He's cute, okay? He's handsome, right? But not on a girl like Sophie, cause she's not into whatever you have. Like she said she wasn't even to celebrities like that. So Oga wasn't that. She was like, no, I'm not feeling you, right? Because after first time, he wanted to penetrate. Like, no. So I was like, no, bro. It ends this week. First of all, besides, I am feeling you like that, brother. Ew. I don't want to follow you home today. And this guy would think he'll be like, okay, let me calm down. Let me just go inside. Let me pour water on myself. Maybe I messed up. Maybe I shouldn't come that hard. But Odogu was like, no, like this must happen today, which is weird. It can be a turn off. Men don't know how much of a turn off it can be, especially to a woman who knows her worth, and especially to a woman who is not that freaked by it. A lot of times, the reason why he might freak some people is because he has that appeal, right, for who he is. So he got his security to follow her. I was like, no, I must shine your Congo today. And since I was like, nah, this dangerous stranger, she ran, drove home without her Lamborghini. Keep that Lamborghini in your mind, okay? So Odogu was raising and pain, still diligent in his quest to enter. He disturbed the strip club, maybe the manager or what, right? He disturbed them. I was like, I need that girl. You see, I get contact. I want her. He called and called. I saw her address. And the manager at the point, the stripper guy was like, you know what, I'm tired. Let me call this girl, cause if we keep looking at this as a joke, Odogu can jump fence, so like it's getting serious. Right? Not knowing that it's Aquara and nothing serious. He ended that day. He called out like, you know what, girl, what's wrong? This is Odogu here. He's been disturbing me. Why are you not giving him chance? So at this point now, you know how Odogu Junior acts now. He was probably thinking through his Junior. He was probably reasoning through Junior, and was like, you know what, that girl is shrewd. You know how personally, I don't know how it makes to keep a guy on the way, especially when he thinks he's so slick and he realizes that you're not the guy. He's like, how come? How dare you? Like, bro, have you looked at the mirror? Oh God. He was like, God damn it, this girl is rude. And you would think that Burna would just take a hint, right? And pick a random girl. But no, Aquaran wants what it wants. You just wanted that girl and she wasn't having time. At this point, she decided to text him back, like after much pressure. Okay, let me text him back, and lo and behold, he was blocked. She was blocked. We don't know what happened to the sudden change of prick, but he didn't sleep for so long because he woke up so quickly and came to the realization of losing out on the coochie. And after much wrestling, Odogu Jr. won the upper hand and decided to, call her back. And after several times of trial, they went out again. But Steffi didn't give him any takeouts. And Junior was so furious and decided to take sabbatical leave for a while. According to the audio, they didn't talk for a long period. Okay, so for a long period, they didn't communicate. And then something in the audio caught my attention. Listen to this.
When I came back to Lagos, I was at City Palace with one guy. So he was asking for work. That Ibuka guy that you met, that fat guy.
So keep that in mind, Ebuka fat guy. She met him there, and over there, she probably was looking good, body on point. Burna Boy saw him, and immediately Odogu remembered. I was like, damn, this is what I have been looking for. This is Odogu's premium unit, and he charged up. Now here, this is where the start of the conversation is. That promise and fair Lamborghini. I'm sure when Burna Boy saw her, he was like, okay, I've tried every other angle. I've tried ghosting her. She no send me. I've tried this. Let me give her Trojan horse. Okay, let me give her a Trojan horse so that it will be like I am Odogu, even though. And maybe he meant it. Maybe a part of him meant it because you cannot get her with just sweet words. So Odogu finally decided to Odogu, right? After saying that words can't get him that far. And he used the Lamborghini to catch her, at least appeal to her. And he even talked about how she was going to like him. He's a good lover. Listen to it.
That money told him I'm trying to buy a Lambo truck. I should have just said that to him. Like, got it for me. How much a Lambo truck? Just that I shouldn't tell anybody about it. That she wants to be my dad. That trust me, I'm going to end up not being me. I just give me a chance. Talking long.
Yeah. Even at this point here, she wasn't raked by the quote-unquote Lamborghini because she even told Burna Boy, you're not my type. Artists, I am not into them. They're not serious human beings. And he was like, no, haha, don't talk about that. Do you know who Odogu Dispender is? I was a gangster before I became an artist. Now, for some weird reason, that was supposed to bring some appeal, sexual appeal or attraction. I don't know how this works, but even that didn't work.
I don't really like to follow artists because they don't really do anything for me. Like, they don't really do anything. He's like, trust me, I'm a gangster before an artist. Trust me.
I don't know how that was supposed to help, and I know you're wondering that too. But apparently, isn't the gangster unreliable? Are they not supposed to be scary because your life is your income, source of income is unsustainable if you go to prison? Besides, that was why your ex Chloe left her ex-boyfriend who was spending on her, right? It's not reliable, even for the so-called baddies. But finally, I think at this point, he finally worked when his Odogu tried that. She was like, okay, I mean, why not? And Odogu finally discharged. Congo was shined, and that thing that kept him awake since before December, he finally took it and he finally rested. So finally, Sophie opened up the floodgates and ushered him in to pack his truck into her garage with the promise of a Lambo truck in her mind. But that was not the plan for Burna. And also, it was said that when she first went to his house, that the security asked for her phone. She clearly didn't like it, right? And rightfully so. I mean, are you a devious somebody or what? I mean, I know Wizkid, we have been chilling since, and he's been allowing me coming. You're the one inviting me. Besides, who wants to post you? I mean, you are supposed to be my low-key guy here. And the way she conducts herself, you can tell she's well seasoned. And besides, if Wizkid recommended her to you, come on, there's a reason why you are so eager to strike. They derive joy in taking turn in passing and tossing each other. And it's okay, right? There's love in sharing, right? And which make me wonder, was he the one that first recommended her to David O? That first recommended her to Burna Boy? Right? Because Burna Boy and Wizkid, they are friends. You know how it is now, words of mouth. You know how guys are, talk to each other, and sometimes they might wind up measuring dick just to, get the trophy that I hit there. So at this point, Odogu has come and released all his frustration. He's now happy, and this is where the sex fraud comes in, right? Before now, according to, and if you listen to the voice note, even her friend knew that she wanted to buy a Lamborghini truck, right? And maybe this was how back to back, when he was investigating on how do I get my Odogu to penetrates, how do I get myself to come in peace? And when he found out that, oh, she wanted the Lambo truck, he came in like, oh, I'm your guy now, like you listened to previously, right? So this was the promise, and she wanted to get it. But since you are coming to my life, I mean, what is your usefulness in life? You cannot come in to my life, my space, and you not contribute to it. Okay, you promise now. Where is it? Remember, Odogu used his mouth and went to her. She didn't even want him. She didn't. And again, if you hear what you like, you might turn back. But there was a promise there. Now Oga has rested, right? He has come in peace, and now what he wanted to eat, since he has gotten it, sometimes once you get what you want, you might lose interest, and it happens to your gender, your gender, yeah. So now Oga did not want to meet his own end of the bargain. You know how it is. I'm sure he could afford it, right? I'm sure he could afford it because he got a Rolls Royce for his ex, Stefflon Don, right? And Stefflon Don, let's not talk about how she has been crashing on the day and all. Of course, these are the people that this could have been praised. But then again, you told me there was supposed to be a Lambo truck. Why is it not parked in my garage after you parked it? Like, what is wrong? And she had the money to get it for herself. So yeah, Odogu has come now. No more motivation to, to get what he wanted, which is kind of weak because you've already promised. Why don't you meet up to the end of your bargain? Right? And this is why most women don't give it up until you fulfilled it. And I'm sure she felt like, oh, she trusted him, like, oh, he will not want to fumble. The way her friend have praised him, raised him, and then people have disturbed. She probably did not expect it, right? She probably didn't expect him to play this on to her. And again, she got it, right? She got the money for herself, and she got him the truck at the end of the day. So now that he has gotten what he wanted, now Odogu is suddenly more rational than before. So rationally, Sophie came to collect. Like, Odogu, you're not acting like Diego. Where is my truck? It's not parked in my garage. I mean, I know you can, nigga, pay up. Pay up. Cause you have been selling the dream to me. Now this is where the plot twist comes in, right? You know, speedality from nowhere jumped into this. So you know that time that speedality and Burna Boy were fighting, that he talked about Diddy, baby oil, and he arrested her. So he was like, I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. Take it easy with me. Oga suddenly went on container that I see. I'm laughing, but it's not funny, okay? He just went container on a high sea cup. I'm going through a lot. And Sonny was like, the fuck? Nah, this was not the agreement. I mean, if you want to play game, no problem. I stay on my own. But the problem of speedality was probably weighing on him, and he was like, at this point, this truck has to wait. Okay, I don't mind coming to park in your garage next time. I'm sure at this point it was getting very annoying. Like, how does speedality, who you arrested at your own accord because he called up a story of you liking baby oil too much and being in a Diddy way, right? Which now, So what does this have to do with me? What sort of game is this? I'm a socialite. I have money. I could pay for this. But when you listen to this whole recording, you realize that what pained her most was not Burna Boy's promise and faith, because we almost wanted to make it all about Burna Boy because it's popular, I get it. But it was the fact that her so-called friend, Amma, remember Amma when I mentioned about the bad friend from beginning? Yes, Amma, who's supposed to be on her side, right? She saw that this Amma, who even pressured her to be with Burna Boy after her instinct told her, no, don't go to that guy. This is for the streets and he can't pay up, right? After seeing, and then she left her, saw her and that Chloe. She and Burna Boy loving up and him parading her. Maybe as a PR stunt to take us away from actor. So according to the whole thing, it's as if he was still doing it while he was with Chloe. So that begs to show me how men have come and says, you are right for blocking that man.
Like last week, Burna playing one girl like that, one called Chloe.
Yeah, so it is.
To Lagos. So yeah.
One Chloe girl. Hey, it's pay me. It pay me. This is a cost second-hand embarrassment. I guess second-hand paying for this. Because Chloe Benny, like I said, I'm a huge fan of her, right? I've been following her from the time of her auditioning for Beyonce, right from the time of her music. Like, I follow her including her movies she have acted, right? And I like her, even though she's not making it as much as she had to make it in the industry for some reasons, right? But you see, this is the thing. I want to say this. Ladies, be careful of the men you associate with. Men can reduce women's value and worth. If you deal with a man who has no value or self-respect for himself, he will stain your agbada. He will stain your white. Although the difference is that at least, Chloe, she got something from this, but them girls, they will look at how they call you that Chloe girl because of one Oponu. Oponu icon. Like, these are the issues, right? Like, These are the issues. And of course, she was saying that this lady that's supposed to, my friend that's supposed to be on my side, right? You're being shady. And based on the record, if you pay attention, this Ama over here looks very shady, right? She looks very shady. And she looks like a girl you wouldn't want to keep around you. And not because she will steal your man, because I mean, who is the man that they are stealing? You really must be the cheapest commodity there and the easiest to carry for someone to steal. No one can steal any man, right? But I'm talking about someone who will dog you out. Someone, you know, those friends that will intentionally set you up for failure. You know, those friends that will even encourage you to propose to your man because they want to see how you work out on your grass. You know, those friends that low-key hate you. Maybe they are with you because of the favors they get around associating with you or making themselves feel better. She's that kind. That's the way I perceive her. I don't know her personally, but based on what I've seen, her past record, nah. And Sophie, you really need to change your friend. I mean, if you're keeping them for the socialized circle, let them be there. Keep them there and nothing more. Like, let it be that we are passing people around within our circle because of we are doing some kind of business, right? And we can keep this thing circling. We can keep money circling. But sharing my intimacy with you, because how can you share something with your friend and it's coming out online?
I
Nah.
was just waiting because I remember Amma with the guy I'm seeing now, that young guy I told you about, his best friend, Derek. I was seeing that guy. That was even before I even met Amma became my life, entered my life. Amma is everywhere.
So Sophie was saying this young guy who has a best friend called Derek. So Amma started dating Derek, and that is how she got to know Sophie. I mean, keeping business in the family, right? So that was how Amma got into this whole thing, right? And the girl on the phone call, the one recording all these things, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know if I would say thunder or fire you for exposing your friend like this, or to thank you for giving us content, because without all these things, we wouldn't have known the nitty-gritty of what is been happening, right? This is premium content.
So Amma tells Manny bad things about you. That's just it. She's the one that made him not buy you that Lambo. Maybe those things. I told you from beginning. It's not like I'm maybe telling you what to do or what not to do. I told you from beginning. That girl takes people shine. She enters people, break them, and leave. What do you hear?
But then again, when I listened to the voice notes, I saw, oh God, I get where the pain is coming from. Cause she's sad mostly because her quote unquote friend who's supposed to protect her interest is at her back, stabbing it. And not just that, with the way the girl was even probing her, right? You could tell that this lady had a malicious intention. And ladies, be careful of those unfriendly friends. Be careful, because there are some friends who just be with you, pouring out your heart to. You don't know that, oh, they have an ulterior motive. And one thing I noticed is this: rumor has it that these people are in circle. Like, they pass people around, but that is before I digress, right? So it is sad. I'm like, okay, where is that bond, right? Why should you betray me for what? And again, there are also speculation that this might be a stunt on their part, but I don't think it's a stunt.
Why would she need a stunt if it's a stunt? I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but you know how netizens are, how they say some things on speculation and later on we find out it's true. So, but I don't think, because with the way she laid her heart, like with something she said on that voice note, I'm not putting it past anyone, because we live in the days of social media where stupidity can make you trend, right? Any trending can generate engagement, even if you're an influencer. She's an influencer, I can see. But with the way she is, I don't think she needs this cheap publicity stunt, because she exposed some intricate part of the details that I doubt she would want to come out. Now, if the stuff was, there's a way it should be, right? Because she talked about those she has been with, not like, I mean, in 2025 now, nobody cares about your body count now. Like, some people do, they try to, but most people who do are those that actually do the hypocritical way, right? And it's just that hypocrisy. In Nigeria, hypocrisy is big. Some people's morality only comes out when you want to shame someone. But most of the time, it's all lazy. You don't wear that morality, if I'm being honest, right? But yeah, this isn't about a luxury car. It's a reflection of our cultural expectations, okay? Especially when loyalty is being shattered and private pain becomes public. It forces us to examine what true relationship is, the value. Because are we friends just because we are looking for opportunity to just look like baddies together, to shine? And I mean, there's a moment for that. I have nothing against pretty girls being in a circle. That's good, I mean, at the end of the day. But then again, there should be a deeper connection than all that. Like, what values do we have as friends? Because as friends, at the end of the day, as shallow as you might be in that group, let's be shallow together and protect each other's private business, at least person's interests. I don't know. I feel like it's very shitty for you to be a friend, but Amma is not stranger to this, okay? Even this her friend that was recording her, was busy telling her, oh, why were you friends with this person? But meanwhile, you are more shadier. It's messy. See, is ghetto in the streets of Lagos right now. But hey, I'm not complaining, okay? Now, speaking of luxury, love, and shattered illusion, Burna Boy's legacy is a mix of dazzling hits and notorious headlines. His romance with Chloe Bailey once dazzled us all, lavish getaways, intimate dinners in Lagos, and a dreamy date that lit up every headline. Just before December 2024, he flew Chloe to Nigeria, where she was greeted with beautiful flowers. Burna Boy was forming gentleman and star-studded nights, And but then, as if the glitter was merely a polished facade, because right now, after all this whole thing, Chloe have unfollowed him. We sent kind of shockwave, right? Because baby girl, I covered it up just in case you have not watched it. Go to my previous podcast. I talked about it even when they were spending their dates in December together. But I don't know. It was a surprise because I was like, baby girl was in love with the way she was dancing off beat. I know a lot of people were like, oh, even with the way she's also came back, this Valentine people are talking about. But I'm like, this girl respects herself. We all go through that. She like a bad boy. For some reason, she like what she likes. And the money is coming in and she's feeling happy. Probably he's using his rod of salvation to save her life and snatch out the breath in her. I don't know. But it worked. It lasted. Why? It was good while it lasted, right? And now she's choosing to step back. And see, I feel like people will be like, oh yeah, Chloe, we warned you. We warned you this guy was a mess. We warned you. But see, I think Chloe knew he's a mess. Honestly, I think she knew. So one moment you are swept up of your feet with extravagant surprises, then the next you're questioning if all that brilliance was nothing more than just a smoke or mirror. And again, I don't blame her.
1 minute you're on cloud nine with lavish gesture, and the next you are staring at your screen wondering if it was all illusion or smoke, right? I mean, why did Burna Boy fumble such?
I don't know why men do what they do, okay? I don't know. I read somewhere that men just cheat just because they can, because they feel like scratching their stuff. So stop questioning that. How am I supposed to know? Stop, Joe. But Burna's alleged promise to Sophia and the subsequent ghosting cast a long bitter shadow over what was appeared to be true love with Chloe. I don't know if it's true love. I mean, it was something. Is this the tragic unraveling of a modern romance, or is it just another calculated move for a ruthless game of celebrity PR? I don't know, right? I don't know. And even, see, one thing I can say is that Burna Boy is really leaning towards this controversy. Okay. I mean, we all know how he, from fighting with one of his colleagues to another, then there was a rumor of, baby oil, because this was according to speculation that this might have been a PR stunt. And if I'm looking at it, okay, if you look at it very well, right, you find out that there might be a little bit of truth to it. Because why was it that every single engagement that Burna Boy and Chloe were in, there was always camera? Burna Boy is not known to want to showcase his relationship. Even Stefflon Don, that both of them are calling themselves wife or husband. It was not like this. All these things started after that baby oil stuff and Akpe, allegedly. Akpe, and he, oh God, this guy is a bully. He's a pet. Right? I feel like that body you're using to sue Akpe in Nigeria, we know how much you use. But I've used it to go to this girl truck like that. You just use promise and chop salted, clean mouth finish. And now you're also trying, because he also came out with his own new song now. It's funny because people are shaming her. Some people are shaming her. Like I said, it's 2025. There are some insults that might have worked back in those days that doesn't work now. Especially when people are realizing that it's part of hypocrisy and double standardness. Like, how can you shame a lady for putting a price tag on her Gucci? Like her premium Gucci. I mean, are you looking at her? I mean, the reason why even Burna Boy, who ghosted her for a while, he didn't even talk about this, but yesterday he released a kind of freestyle, talking about na Lamborghini, because I know what give you. Oh God, this guy is a mess, right? You do that finish because you want to be attached to her too. You like the fact she's pretty. That was why you chased her. And then something she said in her voice note was, she said she doesn't do celebrities. Because at the point, I was like, Burna Boy, this guy is in news. Why would you want to do Burna Boy? Because she's pretty. She has also dated a billionaire before, right? She does her league. And I understand. I mean, celebrities, they already feel like star. You already have too much of inflated ego. Celebrity have inflated ego, right? Burna Boy have inflated ego times 3. So this is a bad mixture of cocktail for your body. got clean, glowy skin, right? And see, I mean, I have nothing against her. She knew the deal. And that's why when people were coming for her, like, oh, because I knew the guy that was coming for her. Okay? The guys that were coming for her were usually the ones that would want a girl like this. You know, you never get her. She will never give you the time of day. And then the girls, according to Soda Bosch, because and that is true. I kind of agree with her. The girls then are now kind of jealous because you know, regardless of how free you offered your stuff, that guy does not rate you and that pains you. It will pain me too. It will. I mean, but I feel like as someone who value relationship, right, it will hurt me more, especially if my friend, I invest in my friendship. Imagine us as friends now, okay? You go and jabber, tell my business outside. Well, I will send you back to your ancestors.
Oh no, I won't even do that. You and I will attack now. Even if I promise you Lamborghini, I'll give it to you. Yes, I will rob Nigeria.
Wow, stop. You're giving me Burna Boy's vibe now. But seriously, what do you think? Do you think their relationship was a PR, Burna Boy's one? Because me, I think it was a PR. I do think Baby Girl loved her because Burna Boy, see, one thing most people don't know about Nigerian men, because when Nigerian men say, Nigerian women are toxic, I'm like, you guys don't know what we deal with. We have to be toxic to deal with you. You wish. You wish. Anyways, I was saying, this men, they know it. They are good at love bombing. So I get it. And he was spending. When this girl even said, I love you, girl, you were a PR stunt. Eh? You probably didn't check his table if there was a baby oil hiding under there. He had to cover. Okay. I should know that.
Don't worry, I'll start with you. You'll come and tell you later.
Please, please. I'm just reporting what I'm seeing on the news, please. Okay. But yeah, I do think that it was a PR stunt. There's the reason why he was advertising. And I feel like that is also the reason he is leaning to this now. Cause for someone who ignored this whole thing and all of a sudden you're coming to camera to freestyle, why you know give an Lamborghini? So according to some netizens, they were like, what he's doing now, if she sued, that he could be arrested because of promise and fail. I'm like, I don't know about that. I mean, in Nigeria, I don't think that will slide because and again, I know some people are trying to make the case that they were not written promises. But here's the thing: promises, contracts, whether verbal or written, if you've said it, you have to honor it. It's just it, right? And I'm not going to. I'm like, a lot of times, I feel like a lot of men were empathizing with Burna Boy because a lot of men say a lot of things to get the coochie. Okay, they say a lot of things to do it, a lot of lies, including pretending to be Odogu. Meanwhile, you're Diego, you just want to run. And yeah, and for those that were trying to clown her, he did spend on her. It's just that he didn't have the money for the Lamborghini. He wanted to present like, girl, because according to her, in her voice note, she was like, I don't deal with artists. And he came like, oh, after finding from Ama and his friend and also Whiskey. And rumor has it that Whiskey probably also gave him idea of what she wanted. And it do happen, all right? There are some men you can keep as a side piece. I mean,
keep it as your side piece, yeah.
I mean, guess what? Rumor has it that even Chloe Belly, that was even what triggered her. She was like, what? You promised me this? You promised me this? And you're chilling with this girl. Like, you're spending, you know how he was spending, buying gifts. Or like, oh, I mean, I respect a lady that's like, oh, you know what? If you know that this is my time, you do not value it, I'll take myself out. I mean, what were you expecting that she does Osho free for someone who do not rate her? Okay? And we all know Burna Boy track record with his women, the women he likes, his choices. He can never be satisfied. One thing he will do is he will have a good time with you. I mean, even Stefflon Don London even crashed on him. Crashed online, sorry.
Yeah, Stefflon Don. Let's bring her back. Like, you need to rewind, because I remember then in 2021 when they broke up, she didn't go back at all. She had to like come back, crashing out, and talking about how Burna Boy was the best thing after sliced bread, especially when it comes to his other room. I mean, this is how I was like, okay, bro is representing.
Of course he's representing. That's what you like, right?
But,
yeah, even recently, Seth, they were even when Chloe Belly came out, she too started, feeling it. And see, I understand it, okay? We all crash over even a guy that did not do half a minute, or you probably didn't spend your life, you didn't spend most of your time with. Is now someone who probably gave you good service in that other room. I mean, and probably got you rose. And let's be honest, okay, Burna Boy and Stefflon Don, I think they were a thing. They genuinely liked each other. It's just that Burna Boy is full of mess, and they both felt it. In fact, I remember Burna Boy did not even talk for a while when they broke up. Last year, he even got her a Rolls Royce for her birthday. That was even when he was doing these things with Chloe Belly. You know, that kind of, she flashed what he got for her, unprovoked. So it was both sides.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was definitely, they were both into each other.
Yeah, that's why when people want to make it a Stefflon Don, I mean, she crashed out, but so did he, okay? And, if not that a lot of things happened on Scandal, he was so desperate to scrub some negative image from his name. I mean, that was why he even rushed towards Chloe to do PR stunts. I feel like if he worked for Stefflon Don, he probably would have brought her back, but he knew that, no, I don't know. But this is me speculating, okay? But yeah, this intertwined story is romantic spark, cultural clashes, and the sting of betrayal remind us that celebrity romance is anything but simple. I mean, it is to some of us, it's above our pay grade. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and also deeply human. And I'm here for all of it, because a lot of times we forget that those celebrities are actually human beings. They can be messy. Okay. Now, I want to go into the online reactions, because reactions have been volcanic. Sophia viral voice note said the internet are pleased, and the buzz went far beyond the promise of fancy car. Influencers and celebrities have joined the debate. Wizkid ever convoys reminded us that promises made in passion must be kept. See, all these people are shady. All these people are messy. Cause tell me why I told both of you we are G's. Meanwhile, influencers like Sadaboj and Cubana Chief Priest stormed Twitter with one clear message: if you promise a Lamborghini, you better deliver or be called out. And let's not overlook Obi Cubana, who has been trading jabs with Burna Boy in a public spectacle of raw rivalry and truth. Because let's be honest, Burna Boy also came for him when he impregnated that Kenya sis, who is also coming to support Burna Boy to call him Odogu. See, he's ghetto. He's a mess.
See, do you know one thing I think? I feel like if you're in Nigeria, right, according to Bobrisky, you don't have data. You better do everything, start and get data, because how can all these things be dropping back to back and you don't have data to, I mean, a clear medicine for depression? But honestly, I hear what you say. It's not all about luxury truck. It's not all about. It's about values. When a self-respected woman like Sophia sets a price on her words, she gets stabbed by those who can't handle it. Many men still use empty vows and share promises to get what they want, leaving women feeling like used and voiceless. Burna Boy himself just dropped his insignificance, like you said, making the Lamborghini. When I said that, I was like, guy. I said, guy, I understood this now. I understood that. I understood that this is a way of trying to also let me know. Bro, you're also a simp. You're also a simp because you did everything to promise her that you'll be in her life. It's a savage call out of her subsidy, finding women for her price tag.
Exactly. Yeah. Pay up if you want to be a Zaddy. Pay up. I mean, you cannot want to be a dogu, you want to be the main person, And I don't understand the sentiment that comes with lay women who decide to put price there, because let's be honest, Burna Boy is a player, right? Imagine all the women he's with are just following him because of he loved them. Do you know how stupid he will see them, right? He'll be getting away with a lot of things, right? But the truth is that, let's be honest, price tag make men control their libido a lot of times. Because when you realize that, I probably don't have money to eat to this girl, she probably will not reason me, you stay on your own and you respect yourself. Shikina. Beyond the headlines, this saga has ignited deeper conversation about what it means to be valued. Women often face harsh criticism for choices that appear financially motivated. But here's the truth. If you promise a Lamborghini, if you even promise a shawarma, something as basic as that, or you promise something, you owe it to the other person to follow through. Both sides enter into a bargain. Accountability is non-negotiable. And in many relationships, power dynamics skew the game. Men sometimes pursue partners they seem accessible or less demanding, leaving women feeling undervalued and pursue pressure to prove their worth.
Exactly. If you are going to make those OS moves, you've got to negotiate properly. No, your words, get your dues. Get your dues upfront. I have no shame against any woman. And never settle for empty promises. Envy and FOMO and savage treats reveals one thing: expectations matter and respect is priceless.
Period. At least the good thing is my baby girl Chloe has unfollowed and now she's facing her business. I hope this relationship she got something out of it, like a record. See, this girl is really talented. She's a beautiful artist, and I like the fact that she played her role and she enjoyed it. I won't tell a girl who is young and fertile and beautiful and still it has enough sexual energy, not to, go for what she likes, especially when she's benefiting from it, right? But at the same time, Chloe, I'm a fan of yours. I'm a fan of you and Haley. When is the record dropping? When are you dropping? I hope with all these things you got music. The good thing, girl, you got a bag. Period. Okay, you got a bag, but I hope there's a music out there. Cause I mean, how can you be so creative, talented, the producer, and something needs to be done? But as we close tonight's episode, here is the burning question for you: is Burna Boy's endless string of broken promises simply the chaotic byproduct of a wild, fame-driven life? Or is it a glaring sign that his romance with Chloe Bailey is crumbling under the weight of betrayal, rent shaming, and cultural double standard? With reputation, career, and heart on the line, and every misstep dissected by unforgiving lens of social media, can true love ever flourish whenever promise comes with a price tag? Now it's over to you guys. Hit us up on social media or call in. Tell us, can the allure of luxury truly mark the truth? Should our celebrities be held to a higher standard, or is this just another chapter in the messy, glamorous, and brutally real dance of fame? Until then, stay curious, stay glued, and remember, if you're living in Lagos, every promise is a headline waiting to happen, okay? And make sure when you're discussing things with your friends, you delete chat. Some of those friends are unfriendly friends. I had to drop that in.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and keep that data money charge. Keep it down, okay? You might want to use the next exclusive chapter of this saga because the story keeps telling me.
Yeah, I don't think this story is ending anytime soon. I mean, right now, if you look at it, I think it's a win-win. She has a new Lamborghini she got for herself now, probably from her man. Who cares where she got it from? And a lot of people still want to use this as context. I doubt this story is ending anytime soon. But yeah, we got you all covered here. Have a great day. Stay out of trouble. Till I see you in my next podcast. Bye.
Yeah, I'm killing them shot. Because I swear God, the fight, we're killing them back. Rah, rah, rah.